Let's look at different approaches to sleep training. Despite there being a lot of names and terms out there really are only 4 main categories to sleep training. At the harshest end of the scale, we have cry it out. That's saying goodnight and leaving your baby until morning. It's not something I advocate to anyone. It's really harsh. The softest end of the scale, you have attachment parenting. That's often co-sleeping long term and feeding to sleep, rocking to sleep, doing whatever it takes to keep baby from crying. Gentle sleep training sits in the middle and can be divided into 2 sections. Staying with your baby until he falls asleep, but working on weaning him off the need to have you there through a step-by-step process, or soothing your baby and responding to his cries but giving him some space in between responses by not staying in the room, which might be a bit stimulating to him. So I only advocate gentle sleep training, and these are how they work if you follow my system. So first of all, you have the 4-step fade out. Step 1, you place a chair next to your baby's cot, and after saying goodnight and placing her into the cot, you sit in the chair and you must be very boring and not engaging at all. Just sit with your head dropped, eyes part closed, and try to relax. It's best not to make any eye contact, and your job really is to just be present. You can use shushing sounds or whisper soft keywords such as sleepy time, night-night, or lie down. You can also offer reassuring touch like patting or stroking, but do this intermittently with nice pauses in between the touches, so you don't want to pat to sleep. And gradually reduce how much touch you offer every night so that it's not relied upon. If she is very upset and you feel the need to pick her up to calm her, then place her back down awake. If she calms immediately, then you'll know she just wanted picking up. If putting her back down makes her more irritated and confused, then it can actually be kinder to not pick up at all and just continue to soothe her with her remaining in the cot or crib. That could be a cuddle over the side of the cot or soothing within the crib. You want to stay until your baby is fast asleep. If she wakes in the night, then go to your chair position and repeat the same process as bedtime until she is back to sleep. Step 2, after doing this for 3 nights, you move the chair away from the cot to position 2, which is halfway between the cot and the furthest away you could be in the room, still in view. So if you draw a mental line, 3 stages in the room, right next to the cot and then the furthest point away, step 2 is 50% of that distance. So continue the process from your second position and you'll need to reduce the touch even further. You can go over to the cot and give a bit of reassuring touch and then go back to the chair, but try and be in the chair more than you are over by the cot. So step 3, after 3 nights in position 2, you're going to move the chair to position 3, which will be as far away as you can be in the room, but still in view. Continue the same techniques from here for a further 3 nights. If your little one continues to take a long time to settle, just ask yourself whether maybe you're doing a bit too much. Too much fussing, too much touching, too much engagement can really prolong the process. Just be present. So step 4, finally, after saying goodnight, you leave the room and you sit outside the room with the door ajar. Just use the shushing sounds to let him know that you are close by. And for all night wakings throughout this process, you want to respond in the same way and go to your current position. So what you did at bedtime is what you will be expected to do in the night for any night resettling. The other option 2 for gentle training is regulated responding. You say goodnight to your child after the bedtime routine and then you leave the room. Check the exact time and then don't go back in until your allotted time has passed. This can be anything from sort of 5 to 15 minutes, but I do find that 10 minutes works really well in many cases. It's not too quick, it's not too stimulating, it's just enough time for them to know you're still coming back and they can wait a bit of time. When you do respond, go into the room, reassure your child, but be brief. 20 to 30 seconds is plenty. And be boring, don't be exciting. It doesn't want to be an interesting occurrence for your child. So you offer some soothing, some reassurance, and then you leave the room again and wait for the allotted time period. Hopefully he will have come, but don't worry, even if he hasn't, you need to continue with the process. And don't battle with a standing toddler to lie back down. They do lie back down. Just whisper, pat the mattress, and they do lie down. Continue checking with these regulated responses for as long as it takes for your child to settle to sleep. You are responding to your child and you're not leaving him to cry for prolonged periods of time, so this approach is not harmful and is far from cry it out. This approach is often necessary for little ones who are actually too stimulated by having someone staying in the room with them. And for night wakings, respond with the same process for as long as it takes for your child to go back to sleep. Consistency is key no matter which approach you choose to implement. So talk it through with the other parent or any caregiver who will be tending to your child to make sure that you're on the same page and that your little one is going to get the same treatment regardless of who is responding.